necessarily think I'm a bad eater, but I go to the grocery store scared that, like, I feel like they'll tell you, oh, this is good for you. And then a little bit later, they're like, probably shouldn't eat that so
They don't
much.
know.
And you're like,
Yeah.
are we making stuff up? Are we switching? Is it the donkey? Is it the elephant? I don't understand.
Education is shit. So like people don't even.
Hey,
people
I
don't
used to
even,
be a teacher, man.
Yeah.
That offends
So you
me.
fucking know firsthand
No,
how
I was
shitty it is.
I was a bad teacher. It was a really hard thing to manage.
Yeah.
And
you
when
were
you have,
kind of.
I was a little bit on an island.
You were kind of on an island on that. In that job.
When you have so many outside forces that continue to tell you how bad it is and how underappreciated you are, and like people will be like, remember today's Teachers Day, they're underpaid, they're underappreciated, they work way harder than you. And it's like, I know all these things. I know you're trying to be nice
You're like
about
trying
it,
to motivate me.
but you're not. You're highlighting what sucks so much about it.
Yep.
And now I'm more in my head about what sucks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Capitalism is another word for competition. Competition is like the opposite of cooperation. Because you're fighting against each other.
Right.
You're trying to one up each other all the time. That's in every single aspect of capitalism. And if it doesn't at the start, it eventually becomes competition. Eventually,
Right.
it all becomes competition. Fucking para-education in elementary schools. We're competing about who can help these kids the best. It's Tiger King. They're fighting about who can run the most, the greatest tiger sanctuary. Who can do all this and this. And at the same time that they're fighting against each other, all their fucking tigers are dying because they're not taking care of them. Because they're not even focusing on the tigers in their sanctuaries. They're only fighting each other.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what happens in business. It ended up being like the two CEOs are fighting. Even it's like you're not the company. A CEO can easily be replaced as easily as the bottom worker. It's like a lot of people go to business school.
Yeah.
You were given this company as a gift, right? A lot of the times like they don't even CEOs or the higher ups, they just show up. Like managers just like, "Oh, I was at this business and it got ran into the ground. We don't know why. I was running it, but we don't know how it happened. So I know this guy. We went to college together, so he do this job at this for me. So I'll be like running this department." And you're like, "Who are you?" He's like, "So I'll be starting next week. I have a lot to learn. So hopefully you guys can all like work with me."
Right.
You're in charge. We're supposed to tell you how to do your job. You're in charge of us. What? Why would you hire someone inexperienced? Because he is your buddy? That seems to work out pretty well.
Yeah. It's going well.
Nixon did that, I think. He had his buddies in the office, I think, with him.
You're on one today.
Fucking wild world we live in, man.
I do want to change gears. Do you still play video games? You still into that world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually quit for a bit.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Probably,
Yeah, we both did.
We both did, yeah.
Probably like a year or 8 months to a year.
Yeah, about the same.
We were off. We were both off of it.
What fed me back legitimately was definitely Colt. Being able to spend time with Colt.
That's
cool, man. That's cool.
God, Colt's getting so much older, dude.
I don't even want to see a picture.
He's 15.
No, he's not.
He's 15 years old.
Dude, he's like practicing JV quarterback and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No.
He threw a couple good passes in practice.
He's small. He's
I'm
still
like,
a little
this-
baby.
Yeah.
Someone on his team said, "Oh, just like his brother."
Yeah.
And
Dude,
the coach asked,
That's
"Did your
awesome.
brother play quarterback?" He's like, "Yeah, he played against you when you were at Palmyra."
Yeah.
He's like, "No way,
Yeah.
no way." And
That's
I was like,
awesome, dude.
"Man, the kids are still respecting my
hell
name.
yeah.
For
Yeah,
what
dude.
reason?"
You know what? The kids today, they still respect their elders.
Yeah,
At least
they do.
the ones that are like a few generations behind
The
us.
immediate
But I'll be
elders,
watching them.
not the elder elders.
I'll be watching those kids.
Yeah. Don't say that.
I yell at old. Oh yeah, shit. Sorry. Shit.
Stop watching
And there's a
kids,
fucking
man.
camera literally right on my goddamn face.
That's so funny.
Don't worry. I know the
So,
editor.
What did Colt entice you back with? Fortnite? Call of
I'm
Duty?
trying to. I think it was Rocket League. Honestly.
Yes, dude.
And because
We're about to, fucking Rocket League up.
Yeah,
We
we
might
fucking
have to.
love
We just-
Rocket League,
We
man.
play Rocket League like viciously for
Uh-huh.
like a month or two.
Yeah.
And then we don't play it for like 4 months
Then
because
we'll
it makes us
get-
so frustrated.
Yeah,
Right,
And
yeah.
then we kind of forget about it. We move on to other stuff. And then one night, one of us will just be like, "Let's get on. Let's try it out." And it's
Yeah.
always a terrible time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then we play it the next night, and like all the rust is gone. and then we just because we'll have maybe a couple nights of bad games, and then we have one good night, and then we're like we just
And you're
ride
hooked.
we fucking ride that wave
We're
until
addicts, dude.
we ride that wave until one of us just about breaks the fucking PlayStation.
It's like
man.
we're
'Cause
like
dude, it makes me so fucking.
we're
mad.
like gambling addicts.
Yeah,
like
it's
we
like,
hit,
it is like gambling. Yeah,
we hit,
Yeah.
yeah.
and we're like, dude, we're fucking the best ever. And we like get into competitive, and we're like, okay,
These fuckers. Oh, you can fly. Oh,
Yeah.
good for you, dude.
we don't know how to
Fucking-
fly. We can't do that.
Colt's pretty good at flying. I'm
bet he
okay.
is.
I'm okay.
But it's like
But
we always go, oh, what a fucking idiot for learning how to fly. It's like he learned how to. He's better at the game.
Better at the game.
We get mad because everyone gets better at us,
Yeah,
and it's and we're too stubborn to learn how to do it.
yeah.
I do think that
It's so.
I started
fun.
to dive into that myself because I play competitive like everything in video games, or
Yeah.
well, I did, like a lot of hours. Like we spent a lot of hours playing these,
Yeah.
and I
Lot of
started to
hours.
think, why am I not as skillful as such and such? And I started to really dive into why, and
Yeah.
I was at first like, oh, I'm not as good, but that's not a very good reason. That's just what you see. That's more of the manifestation.
That's like a fish watching a squirrel climb a tree and going, "I can't climb a tree. I'm no good."
Right.
You're a fish.
Yeah.
But then
Einstein.
I easily found that I truly did not want to be better than. So I don't. My drive isn't the competition anymore. I don't care to beat other people. I actually enjoy losing to other because I get to see those people, uplifted. They're like
Be their best.
it's almost like feeding them what they're wanting. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I see.
yeah,
This kid's got his fucking hand on the matrix, man.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
and I ultimately, if I could bow out of competition, I would like to do that
Yeah.
because I grew up in a very competitive household. I mean, you guys
We
witnessed
saw it
my
firsthand.
brothers, and
Say that.
Yeah.
and every time I would beat my brother or my father or a relative or a close friend, I would be like, man, I feel kind of bad. Like I feel
because they're upset.
well, I know how bad they want it. Like I know how
Yeah.
bad
You can see it.
they want to do well, and I was like, and I always want to do good too, and I always feel horrible when I
'Cause
lose.
You don't quite want it as much.
I believe that I want to help them more than I want to help myself,
Yeah.
and that
You've won. You're like,
I do win for that. I
yeah,
do truly.
Yeah, it's a win for you
Yeah, because
they're happy. You're making them happy, which makes you feel like a good person.
right, and you always
It's good.
know.
It's good.
You always know you could work on being better
Yeah.
than them and winning, but you always can just sit in that submissive role.
It's not about winning. It's about
no,
having fun.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a little worked up
We could work
every
out.
once in a while.
We can work
Actually,
out.
there's times though where we're just fuck around gang.
I like to fuck
Don't
around.
care.
My brain is
Or-
literally just like
or
fireworks.
We're
going
like,
off at
this
all
is the most
times.
important thing of my life.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if we lose, it's the end of the night. But
Yeah.
like we got into Fortnite pretty heavy
Oh
because
yeah,
and Van hadn't played video games for like a long time.
but
And
we were fucking.
got him a
good at
PlayStation,
Fortnite.
and then like we started playing.
That took so long to figure out
Yeah.
PlayStation, man. It took me.
We started
forever.
playing, and we couldn't build. We were so
Oh, dude,
bad
no,
at building.
I could not build. I've always said building is the worst aspect of this game.
Right.
And I was like, I
the
always
whole
said,
the one aspect.
I
of the
literally
game.
said, I was like, this is the worst part of this game, and everyone thinks it's the greatest part, but you can do so much more with this game than building because it's so
Yeah.
like, because it immediately it becomes just people building these tall towers. and, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't. It's like it's not because not everyone can do it because if you're playing on PC, it's already not fair because it's faster.
Yeah.
If you're playing on Switch, you're so slow.
Yeah.
So there's no like it doesn't. It's not fair to have building anyway. And then what they do like 6 months later, they got rid of fucking.
They did
building.
They know.
It's like I say it,
yeah.
and the universe because I'm so in tune.
yeah.
That is right.
The universe
Yeah.
listens and they go, look, we can't give you the Spider-Man powers like you've been asking, but.
But we have a compromise.
We've heard some other people complaining about the build, so we're just gonna send a little,
Yeah.
little like, boop, right in
Yeah.
the middle of the universe. A little boop,
We-
right in the middle of the universe, right? That would affect a ripple effect. It might inadvertently cause Russia to invade the Ukraine in a few years, but no more builds in
You'll
Fortnite.
enjoy video games more.
And I was like, that's a pretty good deal because I don't like builds. I don't like builds at all, and I like spending time with my brother. You know, so
yeah, but we got
hopefully
hard
hopefully
on,
Ukraine, hopefully they can hold it off, and they've been doing okay.
we got really into no builds, and I thought we were pretty good at it.
We're
And then
so
it was
good.
just like
We're so good.
then it was like I don't know if we got burnt out. We dropped it for like 4 months.
Yeah, I just
And
stopped playing.
we just played the other night. And
Oh,
we were
man,
like, oh,
it's
yeah, this
so
is
good.
fun. Like, I don't know what that is, but I've gotten more into narrative games. Like, we've been playing
That's
Assassin's
always
Creed
my,
and
I don't like
Red Dead
multiplayer as
2
much. I always
and-
bought Call of Duty for the story.
yeah, the
And
campaign
then
was always
later I
good.
would play the online maybe, but I just never liked it.
Yeah,
I was just
don't.
never good at online. That's my only. I wasn't good at it, so I just
Yeah.
didn't like constantly dying, and it just wasn't fun.
Yeah, I haven't played a Call of Duty in like probably like 4 iterations.
I played our our brother-in-law's Call of Duty World War II.
Mm-hmm.
That was an incredible story.
Yeah,
Incredible game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't play anything after that though.
yeah.
I didn't even play that one online.
Like right now, you know what I've been itching to get back to Minecraft.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got into Minecraft not too long ago.
It's
Uh-oh.
I've
I always think about T-Dub every time I get on.
He's been tossing the idea around.
We spent I don't even know how many hours. Do you think we spent
Jesus,
2,000 hours?
dude.
I mean,
I I really
it might be fair.
I recently showed.
I'm mad that you need. This is why we need a camera, so you two can just like I can like be over here and like not
Yeah, we're
talk,
right there.
and then you guys. I'll be over here. You guys, because I need to not talk for a while. So like, you guys go ahead.
Recently,
Go off on
of course,
Minecraft.
Preston is a junior in high school, and he's kind of like under my wing or whatever, and he has been talking about it. He sends me, something. Oh, did you see so and so? And I'm like, his little brother. I was like, oh, I got to show you guys the Minecraft stadium. I hadn't opened Minecraft in a year, 2 years. I
Yeah.
have no idea. And I showed them the stadium. They're like, you actually built this? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, how long did this take? And I sat there and thought, I have no idea.
Right, yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, if this took, say, 100 hours, 200 hours, 500 hours, I have no idea. Then I started thinking about you, me, and Derek
Did a lot more than
every single night for years on end.
Yeah.
And then we get to summer and we would play like 10, 12 hours. Like, I mean, we were playing 12 hours a day, dude.
Yeah.
And just, it's so hard to even put a number to it. My brain wants to say 10,000. You know,
Yeah.
whether
no,
it's
yeah,
1,000 or 10,000, it feels like a large portion of my high school age.
Right.
And I didn't even want to play. Do you remember that?
Yeah, at first I had to talk you into it.
I didn't want to play survival.
Ridgely and me talked you into survival.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to play survival. I was doing like,
Don't worry about me.
I
Just
was
keep
doing,
your thing.
you got to watch the visuals, man. You got to watch on YouTube.
You gotta honestly watch.
So
I'm
I
marketing right now.
was doing creative,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
was just like, I'd be like, I want to build a Xbox controller, and I would like try to build an Xbox controller on creative because
Uh-huh.
you have endless blocks. You guys are like, do survival. I didn't even really know what it was, and I played that first night, and I built like the wonkiest
Yeah.
cobblestone
Dude,
house.
I loved that house.
It
That
had,
house
like-
was awesome.
I was like, I'm gonna put cactuses on this thing, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, and like
He
and they
just
had-
kept building it weird. It was
Yeah.
nothing was uniform.
But
it was great.
I
It
was like, but look, guys,
Minecraft
if
is weird.
you can come in this door, and then there's this little stairway that
it was
gets you
so
to the next
artistic.
room.
Like you
Yeah.
couldn't make this up.
And it was like you guys were being functional, and I was like,
You were making the best art piece I've
I was
ever
like,
seen.
I was like,
in
guys,
Minecraft
look,
ever.
I put it over the lake, so it's like
Yeah.
it's like floating, and you're like, okay, now you have to cross the water every time to get to it. And dude, from then to, oh my god, that was probably like sophomore year. From then to like the summer after I graduated, we played nonstop.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get back into it. It's just, I feel like if I go solo, it won't have the, I don't think I liked it because of the, like, building and collecting items. It was more like the fact that I was playing with friends. You know what I mean? So, like, I've been kicking it around. I don't know if Van's into it or not. I don't know what the fuck he's doing with his cactus shorts. Fucking cactus shorts.
Yeah.
Remember last week when we didn't have visuals and I talked about my cactus pants?
He's got them on.
I got them on again.
He's left them on all
I've been
week.
wearing them all. I've been wearing them all week. I haven't washed them or showered or anything.
But
look, check that. Oh, look at that. Then you have
Minecraft,
OnlyFans.
I think,
Right?
is,
All right.
or Patreon.
or the Patreon. I don't know you can do that on Patreon.
Well, they're just
Let's
shorts.
find out.
You have
Sign up
shorts.
and we'll find out if we can do that.
I don't think, I think it's a good solo game. I think you can do a lot of stuff, but I think when you have people and you have like a singular goal in mind and people are like building towards that, no pun intended, like it's so much more fun.
Undoubtedly, yes.
Dude, like
yeah.
even I'm not gonna say his name. Even that kid that used to play with us that we would just fucking torment.
Oh my.
Dude, like
Shoot, half of the time that was me.
yeah,
I was the guy getting
that was
tormented.
Weird.
That was always funny.
There was like kind of a rotation of
Adam
like fucking
Ellison
with people.
is the reason I. Well, that's not true though. It was a rotation.
No.
It was a rotation.
I will say this: there was a main villain, or not even villain, like main guy that got picked on. But then everybody would fuck with everybody.
Oh yeah.
Breaking windows.
They'd run by my house, break a window. They'd be like, "Fucking creeper chase! A
That shit was
creeper!
always
I
funny.
tried to stop him.
You would be like,
There's one block.
one block from a creeper, huh?" And people would be like, "Yeah, we already fixed the grass." I can honestly say I don't think I fucked with you. Do you remember?
I don't know how that jungle tree on top of my house
Mm.
got there.
I might have been in it on a little bit,
Interesting.
but like,
besides that,
dude, because in survival, there's no you just delete it.
Yeah.
It's you gotta mine every single fucking piece.
do you think
no, and then they plant another right next to
Yeah,
it. As you
then it's
get
right
done,
next to it.
Derek's like,
You're
"Oh,
right.
Chase got another one."
What I was gonna say, I was too, I was like too pure in the game. Like I wanted community and all this stuff that like I would do the little ones like break one window and then I'd come back and fix it. But like there were some demons that would play with us, dude. Like they were interested in blowing up your entire house and stealing all your materials and stuff. And I never really got in. I never liked
I did that a few times. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could do it, and it was fun.
It was for me though.
But when
it
it
wasn't
was
for you guys.
when it was repetitive and like we kept doing it, I'm like, dude, come on. Like I don't know. I was more interested in like building something that took forever to do, or
so
digging a giant
what
hole.
I would like to talk about and what I'd like to find out, because almost every game I play is either for competition
Mhm.
or admiration or adventure, maybe. Possibly, I feel like I'm not, I get to go and have fun and do this.
Yeah.
But with Minecraft, I think back, I'm like, it was all of us playing. We weren't really in competition. We were actually providing benefits to the group, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody does that when you're in high school. Most of the time, you're just pissing each other off.
Yeah, like we just talked about some of the little goofy hijinks,
But I mean, you could argue like at times we wanted to be admired for like what we built, but I don't feel that was the case. I think it was like a nice, you got to build on yourself in the game and build each other. It was
Cooperation.
Yeah.
You it was almost like you had like your own little like digital community.
yeah.
It was
kinda
great.
thing.
It was like I have a thing echoing in my head of somebody of like Derek being like, "Hey, I need 64 stacks of cobblestone,"
And Colt being like, "I got it."
and Colt's like,
Oh my
"See
god,
ya!"
I do remember
And
that.
Colt like run off and
Hey
go get it.
Colt, we
But
need
like
64 stacks of brown gold, please.
I remember we would
Idiots.
start a new world or whatever, and like Derek would be building a tree house. I would be building a fucking jungle gym psycho thing, and you'd be building like a functional like farm.
I would build like a normal.
You would build like an auto farm.
Yeah, and I was out on the streets in my Cadillac with my leather jacket and my carton of cigarettes rolled up in my sleeve, making out with all the chicks.
Yeah.
That's
So,
where
but-
I was. I wasn't
and
just
then-
sitting on the couch beside you guys drinking Mountain Dew.
Like you just said, we're like
That'd be lame.
we're doing our own thing, and then somebody'd be like, "Guys, I need fucking a bunch of redstone," and I'll be like, "I'm not doing anything. I'll go get it."
Yeah.
And you go, "Mine." It was this like really. I think there's a lot stronger impact from what I got from that than I would have guessed. Like at the time, I was like, "Oh, we're just playing video games. This is fun. My friends are on. I'm gonna get on."
Yeah.
But now that I look back at it, I'm like, that was such a pure,
You guys like
It really
cool
was.
community.
You guys
and it was
like
me, you, and Derek
you-
were like the three for
Yeah.
a long time,
yeah.
and then we started adding elements to it. But it was so, yeah,
You guys really got Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't quite get it.
right,
You guys understood the game.
right.
Right.
And I don't. But you guys didn't play on survival, though, did you?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we're talking about.
we started
when they
so
switched me.
I
haven't played
wasn't. I wasn't
creative.
not listening to what you guys were talking
They
about. You guys
started
are
on-
Oh yeah,
fucking
that's right. I forgot.
Nerds.
Yeah.
I forgot you left.
I was marketing.
Yeah.
I
You know
don't
me.
know. I think you were in 8th grade when you started playing creative.
Probably.
Or when you were
Yeah.
big into it, when you were really getting after it.
I remember buying it and being like, "This is a kid's game. What a joke."
And I didn't even really know Trace
Right.
at that point. I mean, we barely talked
Right.
when he was playing
We-
creative.
Yeah.
Played sports and
Uh-huh.
knew of each other.
Going into freshman year, I started a bond.
Yeah.
We really started to talk, and
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
We're gonna get back to it.
that's crazy.
Look at you now.
I mean that
Well,
because it's good to see you, man.
yeah, I'm always. Our friendship hasn't changed.
Yeah,
of
it's-
course.
Bringing
Yeah.
people
It's always been
together
a distance thing, but just
on the
like
Mellow Brick Road.
We have our own responsibility. I mean,
one love.
that. Isn't that hard to come to terms with, though?
Yeah,
it
it
took me a
is.
really long time. I'm 26. It took me a long time to be like, I don't talk to that person anymore, and I just saw him Friday night, and it was so good to see him,
Oh yeah.
and I can't
but
wait to
that's
do it
not
again.
everlasting.
And it-
yeah,
And then
Oh,
you're
I'm
back
the
to
worst at keeping
then you're
up with
back
people.
to I gotta go to work. I gotta
Yeah.
do this. Oh,
Mhm.
fucking truck needs to be taken to the shop. We're going there on this weekend. So and then that gap kind of grows, and then you see him again, and it's so special.
Yeah.
And I've kind of come to the term come to terms with that special moment is what you're gonna get.
yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
The amount of time doesn't matter. It's that moment that you get back to that is really what this is about.
right.
Oh yeah.
So we spent, like I just said, over voice chat 12 hours a day
Oh yeah.
with each other. We fucking stayed up way too late
Oh, yeah.
on school nights
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
playing that game, like you said, freshman year or whatever, all the way to whatever. And we spent all that time together, and then distance was created. But now every time you and I get back together, we usually find that same
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
thing, I think.
Mason and I it used to always be like whenever we would talk like maybe once every 3 or 4 months, like never, like literally nothing in between.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But when we got together and we actually hung out, it'd be like 6 hours straight of just like
Mhm.
talk. Like,
Right.
just talking
Yeah.
about all these,
Yeah.
all kinds of different things. We usually go toward cannibalism.
You do.
I don't know why we lean toward that almost exclusively, but it always ends up going because it's just an interesting question to ask people.
It's slightly frightening. Yeah.
I
when
mean,
were you born?
96.
I believe in the astrology thing. So
Aquarius.
okay.
What
Is
am
that-
I?
Is that something to be
You're a
suspicious of?
Taurus.
A Taurus.
That's yeah.
What are you?
So I'm an Aries, and ironically enough, well, I always
He is wearing red. I'm wearing blue. I don't know what Taurus is green or not.
I like green.
You
Go
do.
on.
But like they say like the Holy Trinity. We've always talked about like the Holy Trinity being like a, and then I started thinking like threes. Well, Nikola Tesla was like 3, 6, 9, 12.
If you
so-
understand the numbers 3, 6, 9, you understand the universe.
So I think 3, 6, 9, 12. If you're one of those
I've never
numbers,
heard 12.
I think
yeah.
Aquarius is a 12.
12. I never heard
No.
12. I don't know if 3,
Hold
6,
on,
9.
when's your birthday?
February 8th.
No, okay. Yeah,
Am I at 9?
I think you're 11. I think you're 11.
What?
I think
Does
so.
that
Like,
mean?
Personality
But
type?
that's your number
That's
of
my
the
number?
astrology. I'm a 1. Taurus is a 2.
Okay.
And I say 3s, 6, 9s, 12s work good together.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because me and Trace were real good friends.
Oh,
you
oh,
were
I
good on your
see.
own, is what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying. I should
Yeah.
be over here.
No.
I know
See,
I don't belong on the screen, is what you're saying here.
No.
No, this is your podcast. Get in.
but yeah, I
This is
believe.
my
So
fucking
what are you
podcast.
saying?
I am God here.
Okay.
Sorry.
When our numbers are added, we're 3? Is that what
Yes.
you mean? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I understood
Yeah,
what you mean.
And the reason I said that is because my mom was a 5, so that would make a 6.
Okay.
And then Colt was a 3. I always thought he was like good on his own,
Yeah.
so like didn't need me. But me and you would be a 12 too.
So
me and you
I'm
would
an
be-
11?
You're an 11.
What are
Me and
you
would
again?
be I'm a 1.
Oh, okay.
He's
So
a
we're
2.
13.
Oh, so he's the one that's telling
Yeah,
us
13's
all
a
this
special
thing.
number too.
I-
I feel like.
I love the number 13.
Yeah.
I hate that it has negative connotation. I love the number 13.
The guy that's telling us about all this, he's number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that is pretty ironic.
Like, it's
isn't
just
it?
like
yeah.
I'm already. Here's
I don't
my
know
thing.
that I actually
Here's-
truly
Here's the secret.
have much
Here's the
about
secret,
it.
everyone. Believe everything and nothing at the
And
same
nothing.
time.
Yeah, that's
One.
good.
Also,
Yeah,
it's
I
also
like
that's
that.
well, for anything, it's a more fun way to live
That's
your
a
life.
good way to
'Cause
think
you
about
can
this
almost.
scenario.
But here's the thing, though. That way, like you can like if Charles Manson was talking to you, you'd be like, this guy's interesting stuff. Like this guy's clearly like insane, but interesting. And when he goes like, come back to my place, no. Nice try. Interesting stuff. I'll take a pamphlet. I always take a pamphlet. Like I found that Black Israelite one when we were in Memphis.
Yeah.
Fucking
super interesting.
Interesting read.
I wish we could have
OMG.
stood and watched.
I love taking
their
pamphlets. People.
demonstration.
You never know.
or
Pamphlets
whatever.
are people. People's minds. You never know what they're gonna fucking come out with. It's so fun. And then most of the time, it's all shit that you could read in a history book from like 1,000 years ago.
Right.
Mhm.
Of like someone literally saying like the exact same thing,
Yeah.
just like on the streets of Rome, and you're like, people have been insane all fucking of all time,
Yeah.
like, all time. Like we have the same brains. It's crazy. Well, okay, I went off on that weird rant. What were we talking about again?
Minecraft.
No, you were saying
Well,
something.
then I get into astrology.
astrology
Oh
but,
right, so
yeah.
you're number one. Okay, right. I insulted
But-
you. That's what it was.
So
You're a 1. I'm an 11. So we're a 12, which is good.
yeah.
Compatible,
Well,
yeah.
we're all 13, right? Yeah, because
Whoa.
2, 3, and then plus 11.
What
no,
are
we're
you?
14.
14.
We're
Your
14.
number
I'm
is 13.
2.
We're missing.
Oh, your
one.
number is 2.
We're missing a 1.
I'm 2.
You guys are good.
We
though.
make 13.
Yeah, 13's pretty dope.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I don't know if any of those numbers make
I-
any sense.
What is
I
this
don't
called?
know
What are you
either.
talking about? What is this?
It's the zodiac signs.
I-
but
What
so-
number? I've never heard the. I know the 369 from Nikola Tesla. I've never heard 12. I don't think. Did
so
you,
the
have you,
reason
like-
I
have you
say
read those-
12 is because it's just a repetition of.
Okay,
We
it's
should
like
have been.
threes.
So we're in a base 10 system,
Yes.
and it makes a lot more sense to be in a base 9.
It
I don't
does.
know why
No, it does.
we.
I've,
But I
did
think
you
we
read?
did that.
Did
to
you
fuck
watch
with
those
people.
hours and hours and hours of lectures about numbers I sent you?
No. Hours and
Chase,
hours and
Chase.
hours of lectures.
I have-
He
Does it look
enjoyed
like I have
math enough to be
time?
done.
You don't have to watch it all at once, you dork.
you dork. That hurt
You
my
do it.
feelings.
You do it at like 2 in the morning.
He's not a dork.
2 in the.
You're gonna sit, and you can't be sober.
I'm so confused on how I
You
was
think you're
supposed to
gonna sit-
consume
You
this.
think you're gonna sit in the middle of the daylight?
When did you send me this?
You think you're gonna sit in the middle of the daylight, sober, and learn about numbers for 5 hours? No. The
Dude.
sacred mechanics of the universe using their numbers 3, 6, 9, and 12. It is frightening how much information there is, and how like rock solid it is. No shit. It's like nuts. The 369 is insane.
I'm on your side.
I know. I just
You don't have
get
to yell at us.
excited.
But
I just
listen,
get really excited.
I'm
This is-
excited now.
this
I,
is-
I wasn't
Hit-
before you
it's-
started talking,
You,
but now
do you know what I'm? You know? You said Nikola Tesla. Do you know? Like,
I've gotten into it a lot.
the details are
But I'm
weird.
I'm
man.
also very
on just how they all connect
yeah.
within the
Yeah,
universe.
it's all
Mhm.
fractals.
Okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
It's all
Okay,
fractals.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
No, here's what I was gonna say.
I apologize for my
You-
behavior every episode.
you and
but
Terry will send me a fucking novel.
yeah.
dude,
Terry will send me an article and he'll be like, "Can I get your
love
guys'
reading.
thoughts on this?" And it's fucking like,
yeah, no.
it's like this,
He
dude.
does that like every
I'm like-
week, and I'm like,
I'm at
it's
work.
So long.
There is no way you're gonna get thoughts on
Sometimes-
this.
Sometimes I'll send you guys like it'll be like sketch idea or like
Uh-huh.
or like weird thought. It'll be like I spent like an hour typing on my phone like this fucking insane
Yeah.
manifesto about like
right.
society and how it connects to like
Yeah.
puppies. And
Yeah.
it's like and
Terry
no
will-
one says anything about
Terry
it.
will send me an entire like novel,
It is so fun.
and he'll be like, "Somebody else read this so that we can back and forth on it." I'm like,
Yeah. See,
I don't have the brain power
Yeah.
for this, man.
yeah, this is why I said I needed
Wonder
more
what Terry
shows on the
is.
network so that
You can broaden the.
I know, so I have to work and I don't have time to do any of that fucking weird friend shit anymore.
What, play Minecraft?
No, like spend like 10 hours reading about society
yeah.
and puppies.
Oh, yeah,
Or like
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
traits
If-
of-
Leave
if I-
it- leave
if I
it at
have-
home. Leave
I
it
have
at
to,
home.
that way I can
That's
go. I have
why-
work to do.
Yeah.
I can't do that because now I have the free time and this is what's happening.
Yes, and you do
right?
it.
My brain is full of Dune. It's full of political theory. It's full of the Mein Kampf. It's full of the Satanic verses. It's full
Right.
of all kinds of fun stuff.
But you,
I'm reading about the
So
tarot
you-
right now.
I feel like you just stumbled upon understanding why I'm not as informed in certain things.
Yeah,
because
you're not an insane person.
The
like me.
video games for me is my outlet. Right now, reading is your outlet and what you
Yeah.
desire. Like the video
Yeah.
games for me are like, this is the time. I have 2 hours
Mhm.
to myself after dinner.
Yeah.
After Mason and I go for a golf cart ride or go see so and so or help move a couch, whatever we just did that night. I have now 2 hours to do what I want before I have to go to bed and wake up early to go back to work.
Mhm.
I do that.
The earliest part of the morning and the latest part of the night is when I'm at my most dangerous. Because
Most
that's when
dangerous.
I'm
Yeah,
like that's when I'll start finding like
I find the
shit to
same.
read. I'll find shit to like,
Yeah.
because I don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
So I'll like, when I find things to do, it could be like, oh, maybe I'll paint something on the canvas
Right.
with like a documentary on,
Right.
or because I love watching a documentary in the morning. Good documentary in the morning, fucking crazy. But
I like going to sleep in the morning.
man, I wake up early,
I'd love to sleep again.
and
Yeah.
I would love to sleep more, but you know, all the reading I have to do. I ended up I'll read, and then it'll be like 5 in the morning, and I'll wake up, and I can't go back to bed once I've woken up. I don't know why that is.
Oh, I'm the same way.
So like I'll just wake up and I'll look at my phone. I'll find like a weird article about like the history of trees, and then I'll like all of a sudden I'll look up and it's like 11:45 in the morning, and I'm like,
Right.
I know so much about trees now, and I have to like just go on with my entire day, like pretend like I don't know the entire like how a little tiny seed becomes an oak.
You
Now
don't have to
I
pretend
know
that. You don't
I
have to
know
pretend
that
though.
now.
You can just take that knowledge and
But
walk
when you take that
outside.
knowledge and you apply it to something like the political philosophies of Dune, and you like explore how
They're
society is really like a tree, right? And then you start thinking about how society is a tree, and then that kind of brings you down this weird thing of where like how everything is like a tree, because like think about like time, like past is the roots, and which feeds the future, and like the middle of the trunk of the tree, like that's present time.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's a whole fucking like you can just start spiraling, and then people are like, "We got a meeting at 2:00," and you're like sweating in the corner, and you're like shirtless, and you're just like rocking back and forth, just like meeting, okay, guess I'll wear a tie, but like. What the fuck am I? Why would I even do that? What are we talking about? Stocks? Like, what are stocks?
Yeah.
Trees.
So, if we start playing Minecraft, do you want to play with us, or
No.
You wouldn't get into
you know what my
that?
favorite thing in the world to do? It's like going into a dark room. It could be literally any dark room, and just anywhere where there's no light, and just shutting my eyes and just having like no sound for like I could do that for like 2 or 3 hours. And just like
you need to do one of
try
those?
and sit complete. I can just like breathe.
Those,
That's my favorite.
yeah.
When I can meditate and like fully just like I lose track of time and I'm just breathing, no thoughts except for breathing. That's the best. And then when I finally open my eyes, it's the fucking greatest feeling in the world. You just walk around and then you feel like you're floating. You're just like, oh, everything. And then you can do whatever. You can conquer the world, man. Not for hours, but I've never done it. Meditated for hours.
I haven't done what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I can believe it.
It's
Like
my-
there's
it's
the
my
power
recharge.
of meditation. I can definitely.
That's like after a party
Vouch for that.
or like after like any kind of outside event when I'm with a lot of people or like out, in a crowd. I always have to like it is like we said about introvert like being draining.
Yeah.
Like it is draining.
It's
and
so
like
hard.
that's that like being in that like that's like my recharge. I'm like
Yeah.
I have to shut everything like everything was so much sensation. I need to like counteract it with like complete loss of sensation.
Yeah.
To bring me back to like a middle point.
Have you noticed certain environments of people being more or less draining?
Yeah. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of like college bars. Like super loud music mixed with like the super loud people that are like constantly running around, moving around, and there's just too much to look at. I'm so like bad about like I constantly look around.
Yeah. Yep.
At everything. Like I'm always on alert.
Right.
I think something really happened. I think it started with that guy who shot the movie theater up at the Dark Knight dressed as the Joker.
Aurora, Colorado.
That I think, yeah. And then like, and then all the school shootings every week. For that one fun year, remember that fun year when there was like a school shooting every week?
Yeah.
And then I became a sub, like a para, and there was a moment where I thought every crowded event was gonna get shot up. I thought everything had a bomb in it. We were literally at a 5K in St. Louis.
Yeah.
A month or so ago, and right before we started, we're down at the finish, like the starting line. I'm looking at rooftops.
Yeah.
I'm looking at I'm looking at the parking garages. I'm looking at
Yeah.
whole race. All I could think about was that.
Yeah.
Even finishing, that's all I could think about. So many people, and I had to keep reminding myself, this is just a dumb 5K. No one cares.
Yeah,
about
at
this.
6 a.m.
I had to like convince myself that what I was doing was so minuscule of importance that like no one would
that
even.
A crazy person wouldn't waste their time.
They wouldn't even waste their time doing it.
We're the same in that. Are you a cautious person? Like, our dad, we used to tease about it, but now I do it at restaurants. When we go to a restaurant, I want to see the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to sit so I can see the door,
Always
so I
know your exits.
so that I know who's filtering in. Do you have things like that?
So I find that the more I am worried about an event or something,
Mm-hmm.
the more likely that to occur.
Yeah,
So
tulpa.
I attempt to not distract myself in a way of ignorance, but to distract myself in a way of this is truly better for me to
Yeah,
not
that's
focus on.
yeah, that's
Um,
interesting.
I'm not very cautious, and I think Alexa can vouch for me. She is very extremely cautious,
Yeah.
and I find that her fears come true quite often, and
Interesting.
my non fears seem to be truthful as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So your energy is like whatever you think is going to happen is probably going to happen. Not
Likely,
not
and
literally, but
and that's a very simple thing that we've been taught, probably from
wow.
your father. I think I heard that saying.
Mm.
Wow.
Um,
Interesting.
but
Yeah.
yeah, that simple thought of whether you think you can, you think you can't, whether you think this or you
Mhm.
think that. Yeah, I
Mhm.
believe that to be true.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
I'm
Yeah.
you truly do manifest things in your own life
Yeah.
by your own
Yeah.
thinking.
I'm definitely a person that if I go to a movie theater, I think about where I am in regards to the door and the exit. Go to a restaurant, I want to be able to see the door. If I'm in public, I'm not going to get right in the middle of it. I want to be able to, I want the exit route
Yeah.
behind me or whatever. And then, like you said, at an event or a concert or whatever, I'm scanning everybody.
Yeah.
Who looks like,
It's
they
hard for
could do
me. It's hard for
something.
me to like put that down
yeah,
when I'm at an event.
yeah.
I find
But
those
I
things really
yeah.
valuable, though. Like the things that you guys are concerned about
Yeah.
are valuable things, whereas
A lot of
other
people
things,
that a lot of people don't think about.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
thinking about things that I would define as
And
less
I call those
valuable
people
in a way.
I call those people unfocused
Unprepared or something.
or yeah,
But I will say,
blissful ignorance.
Yeah,
That's what I would call it because I wish I could be that ignorant.
right.
But
yeah,
also
sometimes I wish I could turn
but also
it off.
it's like I kind of like it too
But-
sometimes though.
It
Yeah.
also
Comes in handy.
It's not so bad that it keeps me from doing those things. I still go to the movie theater. I still go
Right.
out to eat. I still
I like
go
the
to a basketball
yeah.
game or a concert or whatever. But so I think I'm still in a good spot with it
Mhm.
because I'm not. It's not so much fear that I am scared to even put myself in a situation.
Mm.
It's just enough fear that I'm not just out there, with a bunch of strangers
Right.
being a psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think I'm the bad guy.
I
don't
think
mind
it's
how
a
people look at
proper
me.
fitting to be like,
Yeah.
these are the things that I see could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mine was definitely just straight up paranoia from a super young age and just general social anxiety. Like in college, I used to drive to the bar from my apartment. Like I'd drive to
Mhm.
Broadway, and the whole way that was back before I used to listen to music in the car. Like I used to never listen to music in the car. I don't know why, but I just never did. And I would talk, try to motivate myself the whole time
Mhm.
on the way to the bar.
Right.
It's like, gonna go in there, gonna go to the bar, gonna fucking get a beer, hang out, chat with people,
Uh-huh.
party it up, fucking Friday night, and then I'd get into the parking garage and I would immediately start trying to I don't know. I mean, probably not gonna be that much fun. It's probably just a bunch of fucking idiots there.
Yeah.
Who cares? And then I was like, no, you have to fucking go. You gotta do it. And I would be arguing with myself out loud in my car, sitting in the parking garage, like an insane person. And I would do the thing where I would here we go, done thinking about it, get out of my car, take seatbelt off, get out of my car, shut the door, lock it, start walking, stop,
It could go.
turn
home.
around, walk back to the car, grab the handle, let it go, kind of stand there for a bit, arguing in the inside.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm gonna walk. And you start walking, and you see a group of people coming, and you're like,
Yeah. You seem to be battling your desires there. As
yeah,
if you were
it's fun, man. It was fun being
"Man,
22.
I want to be home, but I also want to have this fun, exciting experience, but you've
Yeah.
had fun, exciting experience in the past, and they don't pan out for you as well as you'd
I
hoped.
I feel like I don't like as much fun as everybody else likes having fun.
I don't either.
Like I'm not a big like frat guy.
Yeah.
I don't like getting like blackout drunk. I don't like puking.
Yeah, that sucks.
Actually,
doesn't
I
it?
know that's actually I love puking. I don't like hangovers.
Oh
I
yeah.
hate hangovers.
I've
So,
never
like,
had one of those.
when I was hungover,
Ever.
like when I was like in college, I'd wake up hungover, and it fucking sucks, right? It
yeah,
sucks.
it's horrible. Yeah.
And everyone knows that it sucks. And so my whole thought process was, I don't want to feel like this
Yeah.
all the time. Like I was like, because I was like under the impression from like week 3 of college of like going like over to Mason's and like getting drunk at house parties and whatnot, and I'd just been like, I have to. Is this this is a weekly occurrence like for the rest of my life now?
Yeah.
Like this is what people do. People have jobs, like they work 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
And they get super drunk all weekend, and so they have hangovers all weekend. Because when I have a hangover, I don't know a cure to hangover.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It fucking sucks all day. It ruins like my entire day.
I think
I'm
it's
like,
a cigarette. I think that's how you hear it.
I
sometimes
think they say keep drinking.
Yeah.
but
I don't
drinking
know.
is what caused it. But that's the same thing as with pharmaceuticals. You're just
You're
delaying it.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
delaying it for the next. Yeah.
So like my whole thing was like, I don't want to have a headache and feel nauseous every week. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, well, I'm not gonna drink as much then. And when you don't drink as much, everyone expects you to be the DD. I don't want to fucking take care of your drunk ass
That's
because you
not fun
decided
either.
you decided to put yourself in a position where you can't drive.
No.
That's
yeah.
that's a you problem. That's not my problem. I'll go to the party and have fun and socialize, but I'm not responsible for you.
Yeah.
You didn't have to drink.
Right.
Everyone's drinking. I didn't drink. I'm not hating on you for drinking, but like, it's like why do I have to now take responsibility over you?
Yeah.
Go call it like a cab or an Uber. Those exist now. I don't know. I had a lot of friends growing up. No, but then like I don't know, like I just not like I'm like not a courageous person because I do like doing like fun.
Well,
shit.
I think you obviously went to the bars several times, and
Definitely
that was courageous.
made it a few
You know,
times.
you-
Made it a few times. Honestly, I walked in a few times, and I did have a couple one night stands doing that.
You were you were sitting there.
One.
You didn't want to go.
No, I
you
did
knew
not.
that you didn't want to go.
No, I didn't. I
and
forced
you still-
myself.
you
I
still
forced
went.
myself to
That's-
go.
I mean, that's
And
courageous.
it's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Helped me a lot. But then I also learned doing that because I needed to be sure, right? Because I didn't want to go. But
Right.
I'm like, why don't I want to go? Is it because I don't want to like? And honestly, I don't want to. I just don't like interacting with people like that.
Yeah.
Those aren't my people to
Yeah,
interact with.
strangers.
Well, not strangers, but like
think
people
it's-
that are people. I don't know. It's not just people that like enjoy those things, but I don't know.
I would like
That's not
to
my way of
vouch
having fun.
for-
That's not my way of
Yeah.
having fun. I don't like having fun like that. I like having fun like being at home, drinking at home,
Right.
and like playing a board game.
Right.
That's fun. Sometimes going to a bar is fun. Like when we were in Texas, going out to eat,
Yeah, that was
Going
a
out-
blast.
going out to eat, going to get some drinks. That's always
Uh-huh.
fun.
But that was a loose interpretation of a
I was
bar.
never into like going to the bar with like your bros in the search of like all of you like getting laid.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
participated.
That
in
was kind of the American Pie type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like fine. Getting
I
laid is
think-
cool.
Yeah.
Getting laid's cool, right?
Well, I was gonna say I think the people that do that are unrelatable. Like I can't sit there
Had a
and not be
conversation.
drunk
Yeah.
and
Right.
talk to someone who is drunk
Yeah.
and we value the same things. We're way off on what we're thinking about.
Yeah, that's what it is. Unrelatable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a better
Not
way to say
to-
it. That's a good way to say a 10-minute rant or ramble
Well,
in
I
one
think
word.
I mean also didn't you feel like a lot of the things you were wanting you just weren't getting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um
Like people would go, let's go, it's awesome. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then we'd show up and everyone's like, this is fucking cool. And I'm like,
We're just sitting
What?
here.
hey, go get some drinks. Okay, I'll go get a beer. And then you're like,
We're waiting.
can I have a small can of beer, like a shot glass? Okay, that'll be $25. You're like, what? Did you say what? Like 25 for that? Like, oh, did you want more than a
Yeah.
drop?
And
A,
you
a beer, a can will be 37,
Yeah.
100. And you're like, what? My rent is included, and you're like, no.
My least favorite
Or
thing.
it's like the whole bar scene. You're like, what is this? What is this?
My least favorite, and this is a college town. They're not all like this, but
I like
my
small bars.
my least favorite thing about going out, like when we did go out, was one way or another, your shirt or your pants, your shoes, something's gonna get wet.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Like
mean?
a sticky wetness too.
You would
Gross.
like you would put
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Hey man,
Ugh.
can I get a beer?" And you'd be like, "Oh fuck, I'm soaking wet now." Or like
Oh, that's the worst. To
somebody
the
would just,
bar.
like-
you don't know what's on that bar.
they're playing Dixieland Delight and somebody just spills their entire beer. Sorry, and you're like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah. And you get that one that
just feels
random
like-
asshole that just like will just throw his beer
Yeah,
everywhere.
just slosh
And
it.
you're like,
Yeah.
cool, man, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Life of the party, that guy.
I feel like every time we went to a bar, I ended up wet at some point, somehow.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, buddy.
No,
More ways
no,
than one.
No.
Woo!
In the two examples I just
Can't
gave,
assure
this-
you.
My favorite people at the bar. I like going to the bars and just sitting at the bar, and then like, cause then it's like I'm sitting at the bar, looking ahead. There's a wind mirror maybe, but like,
Mhm.
I like finding the bar flies, like the really old dudes or people
Mhm.
that are in there. So fucking interesting talking to those dudes. I always went to billiards, a little bit low key, a little bit more low
Yeah, it's-
key.
yeah, they serve food.
Bar is
and-
pretty far from like the pool table, so I would always sit there with the bar flies. But there was a bar in Columbia that was like not even on Broadway. Can't remember what it was called, but it was like I used to go. Michael Patterson went there all the time.
Was it?
I thought you were gonna say on the rocks, but that was downtown.
No,
wait,
no,
you said
I
it
did
wasn't
like On the
in
Rocks.
Columbia, or
It's
just
in
wasn't
Columbia, it
downtown?
just wasn't downtown.
Um,
They had the one.
I was
pool
thinking
table.
of that country bar.
Yeah,
was
they
kind of
had
a country-
karaoke on Saturdays. They had like a one pool table, and there was like not a whole lot of seating. It was like I always
Uh-huh.
called it the 50 and up bar.
Not well, it's not Southside then.
I wanna
No,
say
no,
it
no,
was
no,
like
no.
the
It was like
dive
next
bar
to a
or
highway.
something. Yeah, it was that, and it was right on that like business loop.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. I don't know.
I
I might
don't
not
know
have
what
been
It was
that's
like
called,
McGillicuddy's or
but it
something.
was a country bar on that side
O'Malley's.
strip there.
So honestly, something like
Yeah.
that. Like it was something like that. It was awesome. They did karaoke. We went on the Saturdays
I
because they
thought it
did
was
karaoke.
dive bar. Is what
I can't.
that's what my
remember.
mind
I have
wants
no
to
idea.
say.
I don't
I don't
know.
know
It
if
wasn't
I've
that.
ever
It wasn't
gone.
that.
It
It might be
wasn't
thinking
that,
something else.
okay.
No, maybe something else. But anyway, I loved that bar because it was just old people, so it was pretty chill. And they did karaoke on Saturdays, so they always played like oldies, country, or like classic rock. So like, always good music. Alcohol was much cheaper than it was downtown, and it was just like I don't know. I've always enjoyed hanging out with people. I never liked my generation of people. I never liked my age group ever. Never enjoyed anyone that's ever been my age for the most part. Like not you guys aren't my age. You're younger than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not my
Fair.
age. Like
I
people
was like,
people
damn,
like
we're
I'm
in the
picturing like
same group
pictured like in
as
high
you.
school, like my class.
I see what
Well,
you're saying.
I never liked anyone like when I was like a senior. I never liked any senior I ever met, besides me. And
I was gonna argue Van's point. We're kind of different than most our age. I'd say our values.
yeah, I think
are
so too.
Oh yeah.
slightly
And like, cause like we're not social media influencers.
Yeah.
I got rid of Facebook. People, my friends, made me a Facebook because I didn't want one,
Yeah.
and they were like, "We're making you one." And I,
I
was
don't
like,
have TikTok.
I don't know how to use it. I never used it.
I know that.
And then I remember our grandma would always try to invite us like to be her friend, and I never did it because I was never on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. So it's like I had a bunch of things. Maybe I just had that one. I don't know. I didn't look at it though. And then one time in Christmas, she got like really mad at me because I didn't add her on Facebook or something,
Right.
and I just deleted it. I was like, there, problem solved. Now no one can be my friend. Like I just didn't like. I was like, I just didn't understand it. And yeah, I don't know.
I think-
just, social media, the bar scene. I don't know. I just was
I think
never.
all three of us, and I don't want to speak for you guys, but I think I am correct. I think all three of us don't care that much what other people think. We're not performing for anybody
Black and
else.
gold. Is it black and gold? I think that's what the bar's called.
There you
No, it's not that either.
go. The-
I
Yeah,
can't think of what
okay.
it is.
I don't think any of us necessarily perform for anybody else like the rest of our generation wants to. The rest of our generation likes to post 50 pictures at a time and da-da-da. And I get
Yeah.
there occasionally if something happened or if Macy wanted me to post it or whatever, but I know. When I think about being glued to my phone too much, I remember there's people that are really glued to their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's all they do all day.
Right.
So I think we're different in that way. The thing about us, I don't think any of us like the direction of a lot of things the direction a lot of things are heading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With
yeah.
social people and just how the world
Yeah.
works. I don't think we like it. Some people are like, "This is great, AI. Look at my boobs in whatever." It's like that none of this matters. None of that matter. Everything you're saying does not matter.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
I don't-
enticing,
That's where we
but
fall.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's what I
Like,
mean.
it doesn't.
I've
It's not fulfilling.
tested the
There's
waters.
nothing there.
but
What are
it's-
you? You're not contributing anything.
Yeah.
You're hot. What are you fucking doing? Like, what are you doing? You're not doing anything.
But
I know that you're sitting in a room alone with a timer on your phone. What are you contributing? I know we're not contributing fucking anything. We're fucking assholes just talking nonsense. But at least we're talking.
took a lot of work to set this up.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not talking about anything
Well,
important, or I mean, it is, but we're not, we're talking out of our asses a little bit for the most part. I mean, I know I am, but I'm just saying, it's just a picture of your face. It's a picture of your tits.
Yeah.
You're not even, if you were breastfeeding a baby in that picture, I'd be like, okay, they're being put to use.
Good for you.
What are you, how is you showing me your tits doing anything?
Right.
It's doing something, I guess it's doing something for me, but what am I doing? Because I'm not going to pay you for that. It's on Instagram, it's free. If you have an OnlyFans,
Wow, man just broke the entire
but
OnlyFans model.
it's just I don't understand what you're doing. I don't know, and people are so dumb for paying for that. I don't know. Sign up for our Patreon. No, I don't know. It's just weird that it's just a picture of your face, and people pay for that.
Right.
Like a painting, I get a painting of a face. Someone worked on the painting.
Yeah.
But your face is your face. And if you put in plastic surgery or whatever to make it look the way it looks, it's almost worse because it's not even your natural face.
Right.
I don't know. I don't fall for that kind of stuff. Not that I'm a genius. It's just not my bag, man. I don't dig that wave, dog. It doesn't slap for me.
I love that one.
I don't
Slap's
know.
the only good
I don't
one.
know. I'm just a contrarian at heart for the most part. But also
Slaps.
I don't know. When you step back, you can see it all is just the same pattern that's always been going.
Yeah.
Why not? It's the same thing as the movies. They do the reruns of the 80s. They make the remakes from those movies, and then everyone's like, no one's going to the movies anymore. People really must hate movies all of a sudden. And then Barbie and Oppenheimer come out, and it's literally a global phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, because they're fucking different than every other movie that's
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna be, and then people are like, they're not gonna sell that well. They're too different. And every time they say something like that, where it's too different, it's always better.
Yeah.
And people go crazy for it because it's different. People don't like being stuck in the same routine over and over again. They need change.
Yeah, as much as we think we like routine,
everything
it's so
changes.
good when
Everything's
it's
always changing in the
not.
universe. You don't change, you die. Ask the fucking Romans. Goddamn. This has been a great show, guys. This has been really fun, honestly.
Yeah.
I've been yelling a lot at you, and I apologize. But it's been fun.
Yeah.
I think we've uncovered some issues. Found some solutions to issues.
I would say more solutions than problems.
we got
I feel like
some-
there's some simplified answers to a lot of difficult questions, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Sorry, my mic or one of the mics was going weird for a second there. Yeah, no, I think we. It's been a really wild path. I feel like I say that every time.
I feel like there was a couple times where the path split.
The path
And
split
Chase and
a
I were
couple
over
times.
here, and you went over there.
Well, sometimes I see little butterflies. I like to think of ideas as little butterflies, right? And I'm just walking around in my my khaki outfit, with my jacket and my short khaki shorts, and then I have my little safari, what do you call those fucking weird hats?
I don't know,
a
you used to have
dome
one.
khaki
Safari hat.
safari hat, and I got my big net, and I'm just walking around, and you guys are talking, and I'm talking too, right? But
Yeah,
at the
Chase
same
and I
time, I'm talking.
Chase
I'm
and I, we all three stopped on a bench, and butterflies went by, and Chase and I went, oh, butterflies. And then you just ran off.
You guys sat down on the bench, and I just kept on walking. I was like, "Oh, butterflies!" And then I'm like, "Oh, where
Yeah.
they going? I'm gonna get you butterflies." And I walk over here, and then I kind of stop, and I catch them, and I run over while you guys are talking about Minecraft or whatever, and I come over and go, "Look at this butterfly's wings!"
Yeah.
Look at all the patterns on it. They all mean something. And it's like, yeah.
I fucking love Minecraft, man. That's all I heard out of all of
I
that.
love how much you guys love Minecraft.
It's a good game, yeah.
I think I said it earlier, but I think it's a way more important moment in my life than I realized at the time.
That's beautiful.
It's like the quote from The Office of like, I wish I knew I was in the middle of the good times before they were over. Like, oh, remember the good old days? Like, oh, I wish I would have known. Like,
They were
oh,
the
that
good old
was
days
that was it.
when you were in
man.
the good old days.
Actually,
yeah, man.
I actually brought it up last night. We were driving around, and somebody asked me if I knew what like some drinking game was or something, and I go, oh, I've never heard of that, and they kind of explained it, and I was like, oh yeah, we didn't do that. We played Minecraft. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I did not experience that because I sat in a basement and didn't move for 12 hours
Yeah.
and just played Minecraft. But on the flip side, if we had a conversation about it, they wouldn't know what, like you, they wouldn't know what Minecraft is.
Yeah.
Which
You
is
go,
cool.
What's a pyramid? You go, I'll fucking show you a pyramid. You built an entire pyramid on Minecraft.
I did. I built a couple.
Life size.
Yeah, we tried. But what's funny about that is like, I did that, but like the height limit wasn't high enough to actually make it as tall as it is. Like I was thinking about that. We were sitting in school like drawing, dude. I was drawing.
You had a
thinking-
lot of like
Thinking, oh, I have
diagrams
I have
sketched
notebooks
out.
somewhere that are just full.
Gotta find them.
Where I was actually thinking about the math of it, like the
Mhm.
actual architecture of it,
Yeah.
which is so crazy, but hell yeah.
Man, this has been nuts. I don't even remember if I had anything I was gonna go off on at the end. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff that we could have talked about, and I'm glad we didn't even look at
Yeah,
it.
no need.
Didn't even
Yeah.
need them.
I knew we wouldn't. I knew.
thought, bro, Chase is so
Van was like-
fucking interesting.
Van was like, "What does Chase want to talk about?" And I was just like, "Dude, I don't even think it's gonna be like that." I was like, "We're just shoot the breeze."
Yeah.
Like I knew if we just did what we just did, we could go for 6 hours.
You open Chase up, you just let him go. You just let him ride, baby. Like a wild stallion on the field,
There you go.
right?
On the court, Chase a basketball guy.
You don't ride horses? You don't do polo?
No.
I would.
Why did you tell me he did polo?
I meant
Why
like
did you tell me he's been doing
Chase
professional?
a basketball
You told me
guy.
yesterday he's been doing professional polo for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
where he's been in France. That's
also
why we haven't
told
seen
you
him.
he was making ketchup.
That's I don't make ketchup,
Do this
but
fucking show.
our company makes ketchup.
I chose to do this fucking show with this motherfucker.
That's
and
such a
all this
funny.
motherfucker. All he does is lie to me.
I work for Heinz, but I don't make the ketchup. Like that'd be
No,
a really funny way to say. Like,
we don't
where you
make
work.
ketchup anymore.
That's funny.
Heinz doesn't make ketchup anymore.
I don't make ketchup.
That particular.
We're gonna put a bookmark on that for next time when you come back, because that's
We're gonna start.
They
there.
make they. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into it with you now. Everybody, I'm gonna get you on this camera. I guess I'll get on my own camera.
Yeah, do whatever you
This has
want.
been the Mellow Brick Road. It's
Yeah.
weird because I got to look over at Chase. This has been the Mellow Brick
It's
Road.
there,
Thank you
though.
so much for watching the show, joining us on this path. It's been a wild one, like I said, like 3 times already now. We learned a lot.
Mhm.
We came to a lot of conclusions and a few untied laces because we're not done with them yet.
Yeah.
We'll come back to them.
Yeah.
I think we opened up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take some time to like get them all organized in our heads, and then come back to them, and then we'll rewrap them just in time for Christmas. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Everybody, don't forget to let's see. We got YouTube.
Follow the
If you're-
Facebook.
Follow the Facebook, Mellow Brick Road. You can follow Trace as well on Facebook at T-Dub Projects. Check out all his dope wood projects.
Yep.
He's been doing some whittling,
Yeah.
right?
You got a draw knife.
got his draw knife, his knife with a pin on it, so you can draw with it.
Not that.
Draw like it has the
No.
knife has a southern accent, like
Nope.
it has a
So
southern
far
draw.
No.
No, what's the draw knife? What's that do?
Follow us on Facebook.
Follow him on Facebook. You'll find out what a draw knife does.
Follow us on Instagram.
We got an Instagram, Mellow Brick Road Podcast, where you're going to find a lot of the information on the episodes when we air them every Wednesday at 8 a.m. That's when they're going to go out on the airwaves for everybody, everywhere, including YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mellow Brick Road, where you're probably watching this right now. If you're watching on YouTube, you can like and comment. Subscribe. Let us know what you think of the show, what you think of Chase. If we have any idea, what kind of questions you want to throw out to the audience right now. Okay, what astrology sign are you? right? And then tell us your number.
Yeah.
Right?
If you know your number. I don't know anything about that
I
world.
wrote it down. I'm going to look it up.
I don't
I'm
know
interested in that.
anything.
I'm curious about that. I'm going to have to ask you more about that. Because I'm an 11. 2 1s, right?
You're an 11, yeah.
I do like when 11-11 comes up.
On a scale of 100.
One of these days, I think if I wish enough times, I'll manifest Spider-Man powers in myself. It's been happening since I was 7. I've been doing this. And it's been 20 years, so I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm going to do it till the day I die. Which hopefully it's by the ripe old age of 70 with a bullet to the brain by our loving government. You can also follow me on Instagram for more of that kind of fun stuff. Van Windsor. I don't post that much on Instagram. I'm trying to post more, but I just don't know what to post because I don't know how social media works right now. But you can probably see stuff like vacation pictures, maybe, of just like Trace and I. We were at Elephant Rocks. That was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or pictures of art stuff that I make, stuff like that. Let's see what else. You can, if you're on Spotify, make sure you like us on Spotify. Comment to us. Look at our polls. Look at our questions. We leave a question at the end of every episode. What else are we thinking of here? Don't forget, at the end of August, we still have a couple weeks when this airs. Stitcher is no more, right? It's gone.
Yep.
No longer on the airwaves.
It's just being absorbed by
Sirius XM.
There you go.
So you're gonna find us not on Stitcher. That's gonna get moved to Pandora, which is Sirius XM's podcast platform.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they emailed me. So yeah, so we're gonna be on Pandora from August 29th on. I don't know if we're on it right now, but starting August 29th or a couple days after, we'll be on there. And all the Stitcher stuff should transfer, so should be easy peasy. But they're a corporation. We'll see how they do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else are we missing here.
Shout out to Hoopla, just in case.
Shout out to Hoopla. Always shout out Hoopla. We were just telling Chase about it.
We love.
Get your free library card. Get your free Hoopla account. We got like 15, 15 borrows a month. It's dope.
Support your local library. That's
Libraries love it. You go there, you tell them you want Hoopla, they'll fucking kiss you right in the mouth. Right on the mouth. It doesn't matter who you are. They'll love it. They love it that much. Let's see. Anyone? Chase, do you have anything you want to promote? Do you have a social media presence at all? Do you have a charity or?
I don't.
Do you have any of that stuff?
No, none of that.
The Terry method is if you want to get a hold of Chase, write a note, put it in a bottle, and throw it in the ocean. That's the best way to get a hold of him.
That's how you get a hold of Terry.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. How do we get a hold of you?
That's the Chase method too. No social medias.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to not talk for the guest real fast. He's on the spot.
You can find me Kraft Heinz in Columbia Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, go to Kraft Heinz in Columbia.
4:30.
You just come to the front door.
Yeah, you can come. You can come to the front door.
Is there a camera?
The security's kind of a hard ass.
Hard to get through.
But if you say Chase Morrow is who you're looking for, then I'll come down.
You'll come down and say, "Hey, dude, that would be hilarious." Yeah.
If that
honestly,
occurs,
if you guys do it, please film it or take pictures of Chase. Send it to us. I can't wait to hear if it happens. Go to what is it again? Heinz.
Kraft Heinz.
Kraft Heinz.
Maybe we should do
in
it.
Columbia, Missouri.
Go
check it out. Ask for him specifically. We'll wear disguises so he won't know it's us.
Yeah.
And you'll meet the one and only Chase Morrow. He's the best.
Chase Seafarer.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
What was that? Is that like something else?
What his name means.
Also, don't forget.
Guys.
Try and you said what'd you say?
Chase Seafarer that we talked about earlier. What his name means?
Seafarer Morrow means seafarer.
I didn't anyway. Yes, you're right. Good job. Follow us on Twitch. We got a Twitch. We're trying to get that started. We're trying to do live streams. We might try and do like a what you reading, like a live kind of thing on there, where you can come in. We'll all talk together about books.
Yeah.
And stuff we've been reading, and also we're gonna do live streams. We kind of want to do something with like board games. I kind of want to try something with board games because I feel like there's some ways too that we can include the audience in the game as well. Right? I feel like there's a way that we can have like an audience character.
Yeah.
But we'll figure all that out. So yeah, sign up for our Twitch. I think it's just Mellow Brick Road Podcast. Same as our Instagram. I don't know if we have any links to it on socials, but I will find it. If we don't, I'll put it on the newsletter as well. So we'll get that all started. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter every Tuesday that gets posted. Is that everything?
That's everything.
What you're reading on Patreon, sign up for that. $5 a month. Supports us, helps us make the show better.
Mm-hmm.
And it we get better content out of it. So like that's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to get more cameras in here. We're trying to get better equipment. So like all the support helps.
We want an under the table cam.
Ooh,
Yeah.
boner cam. Make sure no one's hitting boners in the middle of their podcast recording.
Oh my god.
Hey man, you said it.
I guess I said it. Yeah.
Why else would you want an
My
under
fault.
the table camera? What if we have a female guest in here? Is that what you want? You pervert?
No, my.
You want us to have a
goodness
female guest so you can
gracious.
stare at her underwear?
No. Fucking
You want to stare
asshole.
at the male underwear then?
No.
Because I do. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining the podcast. The Mellow Brick Road. Trace, take us out.
Peace and blessings.
Mellow manifestations, everybody. Chase, final words. Sing them.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Van and Trace. It's nice to see good friends again. If you didn't know, we were together for like forever, for every day. So it's nice to see you all again.
That's fantastic, Chase. Everybody, love you so much, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.